Hi and welcome everyone, my name is Dennis and today I'm going to show you my team selection for Gaming 29 of Fantasy Premier League, but now let's just jump straight into it. Okay guys, so as I said before, today I'm going to show you my team selection for Gaming 29 of Fantasy Premier League, but before doing that, firstly let me just thank you for your incredible support. Also, since we are at the beginning of the video, please consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content, obviously. But now, where should we start? First of all, I want to talk a little bit about how my Gaming 28 went. Now, as you can see from the screen, I don't even know how to begin this video. Now, let's just start with saying that I've got 76 points, as you can see from the screen. So overall, I got the green arrow. So let's say overall, it was a pretty decent week. From 144k to 122k, approaching a little bit more that top 100k finally, but it's just getting funnier and funnier at the moment. So yeah, let me just show you my whole team, how they perform. So yeah, as you can see from the screen now, again, 2 game weeks ago, I bought in Florian Wirtz. We're going to discuss a little bit about him in the next section probably, but he was out, so he missed. I got Elliot Anderson, who got a yellow card, and he didn't get defensive contributions for, yeah, it is a rare occasion for him to not get defensive contributions, so he ended up on 1 point. Haaland also was my captain for this game week. As you may know, he wasn't even included in the squad for Manchester City against Leeds, so my vice captain was Bruno Fernandes. Now, for that reason, I consider myself a little bit lucky because obviously Bruno Fernandes got 13 points, which is incredible. We don't know. I don't even know if Haaland was going to get more, so I was a little bit lucky there. Now, with my goalkeeper, I started Kelleher, who obviously played against Burnley. So again, it's not an injury, it's nothing major, but it's funny that I bought Kelleher and he misses. He missed that victory against Burnley. Now, for what's worth, both my goalkeepers Kelleher and Dubravka got 0 points, so it doesn't even matter because Burnley scored 3 goals against Brentford. But it is what it is. It's just not nice for to miss a goalkeeper when he's going to play against Burnley. My other defender is Virgil van Dijk, my transfer in. He got a goal. He conceded, obviously, but still. A good transfer. It was a mistake, probably, for me to sell Virgil van Dijk some game weeks ago. Gabriel, 3 points, 1 assist, defensive contributions. He got also bonus points. So, again, Gabriel is the best defender in the game at the moment, so no complaints there. Now, instead of Haaland and Wirtz, I got Alderete and Anderson. So, for what's worth, Alderete did his job. Actually, he got, I think, 21 or 22 defensive contributions. So, yeah, really happy to get Alderete's 4 pointer. Munoz, again, another funny situation is that I had Lacroix, and obviously I sold Lacroix to Virgil van Dijk. Lacroix scored, but again, at the end of the day, he got also a red card. So yeah, Lacroix was always going to leave my team, but yeah, I just feel like this is my luck this season. I sold Lacroix before his goal. I sold Virgil van Dijk before he scored 2 or 3 goals, something like that. So yeah, with Munoz a little bit disturbing, but I always expected Man United to score in that game against Crystal Palace. So yeah, we're going just to keep Munoz at the moment. My other transfer for Gaming 28 was Otara Dango, who got just an assist. Now, if you take into consideration that I could have just gone for someone like Harry Wilson, who, again, I said it on my stream, if you were there, I thought that Harry Wilson was the best pick, the safest pick if you want to buy a cheap midfielder, but I wanted to go for Dango because he had that fixture against Burnley right in front of us, and I wanted to go a little bit different. Now, the swing between Dango and Harry Wilson is pretty big, but it is what it is. I'm just going to keep Dango. Hopefully, he's going to get decent minutes. Rogers, what is there left to be said about Morgan Rogers? He's just a really frustrating pick to have at the moment. But again, I made my bad. I'm just going to keep probably Morgan Rogers. I can't afford to make any more transfers, considering that I have a lot of flagged players, as you can see from the screen. Thiago scored. Ekitike finally he rewarded the owner. See, again, he's just a good FPL pick at the moment. Really happy to have Ekitike in my squad, and Thiago got a goal also. So my other players on the bench, I got a maximum of 0 points. So yeah, my week, this was my week in gaming 28. Overall it was decent, at least because I got the green arrow, but I have just one free transfer and I have a lot of problems in my team. So let's see how my team is looking for gaming 29. All right guys, now let's move to the next part and discuss a little bit about how my team is looking for gaming 29. And as you can see already from the screen, I have a lot of problems. Welcome to Fun with Flags with FPL Dennis. Now again, I have just one free transfer, 0.2 million in the bank. I'm going to discuss about my potential moves for the future a little bit after we're going to discuss about the players I picked. Now let's start with the goalkeeper, because I think that straight from the beginning we have benching headache here. I have Kelleher and Dubravka. Dubravka against Everton away, Kelleher against Bournemouth away. At the moment I'm playing Kelleher since I also don't have any Bournemouth attackers in my team. Now I don't have Everton attackers for what's worth, but still at the moment it's a really close decision. I think that both of these goalkeepers are going to concede. But at the moment I'm just backing Gallagher. I think that Brentford are a little bit defending a little bit better than Burnley for what's worth, and I think that a lot of people are going to agree with me here. But other than that, as you can see, Dubravka is predicted to score more points here on the Fantasy Football Hub than Kelleher. But at the moment, that's just it for me. Kelleher may be a better penalty saver. I don't expect a clean sheet anyway this gaming. Let's just see. Let me just tell you which are the players who are definitely going to start in my team. Gabriel, Van Dijk, and Munoz. I'm going to start these three players. Bruno Fernandes, Rogers, Dango, Ekitike, Thiago. These are pretty much locked in into my team. Now, talking about my defense, I'm really happy with Gabriel and Van Dijk. Decent fixtures, both of them are attacking threat. They have attacking threat, obviously. They have a clean sheet potential. Gabriel, the best defender in the game at the moment. Virgil van Dijk, I think that he's also one of the best defenders in the game. Now, again, is he going to score every game? No, but he's still a good one. Munoz, it's not great. It's not great. Lacroix got a red card. The Crystal Palace are a mess at the moment. They are playing against Spurs, so that's the only reason why I'm okay with playing Munoz. He wasn't that attacking in the recent weeks. That's the only problem with Munoz, but I'm still going to keep him. He has two fixtures. I just can't afford to make too many transfers because I have just one, so I don't want to take a hit if I can play a defender like Munoz. He's definitely going to start. So yeah, I'm just going to keep Munoz for the next two and maybe sell him in gaming 31 if I'm going to need that spot. Other than that, at the moment, let's just discuss a little bit about my flag players. Haaland, I just saw an update on Twitter right now. Manchester City posted a pick with Haaland. Again, I'm just going to wait to see what Pep Guardiola is going to say. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to keep Haaland if he's not going to be ruled out for a long period of time or anything like that. I think that even if he's going to be on the bench, I'm going to keep him, because the problem with my team is I have Ekitike already and I have Igor Thiago, who I think that are the best two forwards in the game after Erling Haaland. And if I was to sell Erling Haaland, am I just going to sell Haaland to Dominic Calvert-Lewin and have 10 millions in the bank, something like that? I just don't think that's worth it, honestly. If I had two free transfers and no not three Liverpool players already in my team, I would be doing probably something like that: Haaland to DCL or any other striker and upgrade, I don't know, Anderson to Mohamed Salah. I would do that if I had two free transfers. But yeah, I'm in my case, I'm just not going to take a hit to buy Mohamed Salah and sell Erling Haaland. Now, hopefully, he's going to be fit. Um, Other than that, with Florian Wirtz, he's going to be out again. So he's a really frustrating player to own for me. I bought him. I think that I was a little bit unlucky there. He got ruled out. I missed him for that fixture against Nottingham Forest. I missed him in gaming 28 against West Ham, where probably he could have got some attacking returns, right? Liverpool scored 5 goals in that fixture, and now he's also going to miss Wolverhampton away. Now, maybe you're asking, why am I just not selling Florian Wirtz? The most obvious reason is I have other fires to put right now to resolve. if I'm going to sell a player, is going to be makes more sense to just sell Dorgu, because with Dorgu I think that he's pretty guaranteed, not guaranteed, but 80% maybe to miss Gaming 31. So I have a player in Dorgu who's entirely going to miss Gaming 31. I have Munoz, I have Haaland, who are also going to miss Gabriel. So it makes more sense for me to sell Dorgu than Florian Wirtz. And again, I just hope that again Florian Wirtz is going to be available for Gaming 30 at least against Tottenham at home. That's a great fixture also for him. So again, I just think that Florian Wirtz is going to be available for Gaming 31 in the worst case scenario. So hopefully that's going to be. If not, I'm just going to sell him in Gaming 31. And also the moment if I'm going to sell Florian Wirtz, who am I going to buy? I can go for someone like Ryan. I can go for someone like Tavernier. I can go for even someone like Soboslai, for an example. But I just don't think that the options in midfield are that great at the moment. Harry Wilson also is a doubt for this gaming, so I don't think that I would go for Harry Wilson. Now let's finish with my defense. So I have Alderete, which again, my benching headache for this gaming is going to be Alderete versus Elliot Anderson, both of them with I mean, Alderete definitely has a much better fixture against Leeds than Anderson against Man City. Anderson is most likely going to get defensive contributions in a fixture like Man City away, but he could also get a yellow card, a red card, etc. And Alderete, he's also good for DEFCON, maybe a slightly better chance of a clean sheet, obviously, for Alderete against Leeds away. Although I would not be so expecting of a clean sheet against Leeds away. But still, if I have him, I'm just going to play him. Rogers, as I said before, really frustrating player to own, but I'm just going to keep him. I have and a lot more other problems to resolve in my team than Morgan Rogers, who I know that at least is going to play 90 minutes every gaming, although I appreciate that his statistics are not great, but he could pop up with some attacking returns in these tough fixtures, even though he's going to play against Chelsea and Man United. Dango, Thiago, Kelleher, my triple up for Brentford. I'm just going to play them. Again, I bought them. I'm just going to keep. The fixtures are really good for Brentford. So, yeah, no surprises there. With the captaincy, at the moment, I'm between. At the moment, my captain, to be honest, is Bruno Fernandes. Now, I'm between Bruno Fernandes and Ekitike. I think that if Haaland is going to be ruled out or something like that, Ekitike, definitely, I think that he could score more goals, more attacking returns than Bruno Fernandes. But the reason why I'm captaining Bruno Fernandes at the moment is he's playing against Newcastle, who at the moment are conceding the most chances in the Premier League in the last 5, 6, 7 games, something like that. So they are a leaky defense. They are not defending great at the moment. I know that he's going to play 90 minutes, Bruno Fernandes. He's on some set pieces. He's on penalties. So those are the pros for me to captain Bruno Fernandes instead of Ekitike. Yes, I think that Ekitike is a great player to have for this fixture in Gaming 29 against Wolverhampton away. I think that he's going to start. But his minutes are not going to be 90 probably, or it could be, but again, he's much more likely to not play 90 minutes. He's not on penalties, and Liverpool are also missing Florian Wirtz, and that's just going to make them a little bit less creative in attack, I would say. So yeah, at the moment I'm captaining Bruno Fernandes. Ekitike is also a great one. And the last part, let's just talk a little bit about Haaland. Again, if he's going to be out, let's say for this fixture I could play Elliot Anderson and it's not going to be the end of the world, but more realistically, if Haaland is going to be out, I don't want to have that bench. I don't want to have three players on my bench who are not going to play in Gaming 29, like Haaland, Wirtz, and Dorgu. And as I said before, if am I going to make a transfer, sadly for me, it has to be probably a defensive transfer, and probably that's to sell Dorgu, because at some point I thought also about maybe selling Dorgu in Gaming 31 to a player like Joachim Anderson from Fulham. The only problem is I don't have the money right now to sell Dorgu. So again, this is a really quick turnaround, so I'm just going to think a little bit about what I'm going to do with my team. So if you want to stop the video right now, you can do that. Probably I'm just going to ramble a little bit about my team and about what am I actually going to do for this gaming. As I said before, I don't want to have three players who are not going to play in gaming 29, because what happens if some of my players are not going to play, I'm going to have 10 or 9 players, and that's just not great. Now hopefully Haaland is going to be fine. That would be a really good help for me. Now looking at 4.3 defenders, I don't have a lot of options, and I don't really like a lot of options. I could go for someone like Rodon, let's just say Justin, but again, Sunderland at home, Crystal Palace away, Brentford at home, so I don't really fancy that much the fixtures. Sunderland at home in Gimmick 29 is fine, but Crystal Palace away, Brentford at home, and he's going to play also against three Brentford players who are in my team. Not amazing. Other than that, again, I could just go for Hill, but same scenario. He's going to play against my three Brentford players, and he has definitely better fixtures with Burnley in Game Week 30 and Man United in Game Week 31. So yeah, Hill could be an option. Other than that, I don't really have any other alternatives. So yeah, I'm in a pretty bad position, honestly, because of these injuries. So yeah, pretty much that's it. I think I don't think that I'm going to go for. In the best case scenario, I would have gone definitely for someone like Anderson, although he's also a risk at the moment. But the fixtures for Fulham are pretty good. West Ham at home, Nottingham Forest away, Burnley at home. But yeah, sadly, I can't afford him. Now, if I'm not going to go along with this transfer, yeah, the only thing for me is to sell maybe someone like Florian Wirtz, but yeah, I really don't want to do that. So again, that leaves me open with I don't know. Do I want to take a hit to sell Erling Haaland? Let's just say if Haaland is going to be ruled out for the next two, because he's going to miss in Game Week 31, then I could think a little bit maybe about selling Erling Haaland for a hit. But again, if that's going to be the case, the only problem is I will be forced to also sell Florian Wirtz if I want to go for Mohamed Salah, because other than that, probably I don't want to buy Bukayo Saka. He's going to miss also Game Week 31. I don't want to buy Cole Palmer probably. I have Bruno Fernandes already. Mbeumo is an option, but not amazing fixture. So yeah, again, let's just say I would be selling Florian Wirtz to Mohamed Salah and then Erling Haaland for a 9 million striker. I could even go for someone like Watkins, I guess, but yeah, the fixtures are just not great. His minutes are not amazing. Sesko, same. The minutes are not there. João Pedro, I don't really like the fixtures. Bone is okay, I guess. Bone is an option, but yeah, Raul, again, if you can guarantee me that Raul is going to get good minutes, he would be the one. But again, you can't guarantee me that. So probably, again, Calvert-Lewin and 3.3 millions in the bank for a hit. Let's just make the transfers. Yeah, it doesn't feel great. Probably, actually, Salah would be my captain here against Wolverhampton away. But again, I just don't want to take a hit to sell Haaland. So hopefully, it's going to be fine. Hopefully, I don't have this headache, and hopefully, I can just roll the transfer. Because if Haaland is going to be fit, I'm going to have Elliot Anderson or Alderete, my first bench, and hopefully no more than one person is going to miss from my starting 11. So that would be the ideal case scenario, because I don't really want to sell Dorgu to Rodon, but if I'm going to be forced to do that, so be it. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to see you on my deadline stream. It's going to be a really quick turnaround. So yeah, sorry for the long video or short video. This was just me thinking about my options. Other than that, please let me know if you see something I'm not seeing at the moment. Which transfer would you do? Would you take a hit? Yeah, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. Check the memberships also if you want to support this channel even more. And yeah, thanks a lot for your support. See you next time, probably tomorrow. Bye. Apoi în bag gura lor